Hello, you guys, and welcome back to Hot Girls Eat Carbs. I'm so glad you're here, whether you're out on your morning walk, cleaning your kitchen, or just lying in bed scrolling. This is your moment of the internet where we chat all things health, wellness, and sustainable weight loss. And before we dive in, I'd love if you could take a second to share this episode with your girlfriends because it honestly means the world to me. And it's the best way to help this cozy little corner of the internet grow. And every time you send it to a friend, post it to your story, or even just a quick rating, it helps more women find the show, feel supported, and realize they don't have to struggle through their journey alone. So if you've ever listened to an episode and thought, oh my God, my bestie needs to hear this, this is exactly how the community keeps growing. And I'm so grateful for every single one of you who shares it. Okay, so today's topic is a juicy one because we are talking about the best foods for weight loss, the power of volume eating, and how Josh managed to make weight for his upcoming fight without starving, eating like a rabbit, or hating the process. And I promise this is something that you can apply to your own goals too. Alrighty, so we are a couple of days out from Josh's fight in Malaysia, and I thought it would be a perfect time to share something that I think will help a lot of you. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a backstory. Josh had to lose about 7.5 kilos in about 5 weeks, which is a lot. And the challenge wasn't just dropping the weight, he also had to keep his muscle mass up and keeping his fitness level really high. And so this meant that we had to be so strategic with the food he was eating. His meals needed to fuel him for really tough training sessions, but at the same time, he still needed to come down in weight and make his category. And this is exactly why I wanted to record today's episode. Because so many people think that by losing weight, you have to eat like a rabbit, starve yourself, or cut out all of the foods that you love. But it doesn't. You actually can eat in a way that feels satisfying, keep your energy high, and still gets you the results that you're after. And Josh is just proof of that. So I'm actually recording this on Wednesday, the 20th of August. His fight is on Saturday, and he has already made weight. Yay! He is sitting exactly where he needs to be, days out from the fight, feeling strong, fueled, and ready to go. And if you're familiar with the fight world, you know how unusual this is. Most fighters will spend their last week starving themselves, eating basically nothing, feeling so weak when they step into the ring. Or they'll spend hours, I kid you not, hours, sometimes 5 hours straight in the sauna, trying to sweat out every drop of water of their body just to scrape the weight at weigh-in time. Obviously, we didn't do that. That was never going to be the approach with me in his corner. Instead, I coached Josh through the whole process, making smart food swaps, focusing on volume eating, keeping his protein high so he could drop the weight gradually and make weight early and do it all without suffering. I'm so excited for his fight. We're actually heading to Malaysia tomorrow and we will be vlogging the whole thing. But today I just wanted to take you behind the scenes and show you the exact principles we used to get him there, because these are the same principles that you can use in your own fat loss journey. So let's dive into today's episode, the best foods you can eat to lose fat without starving, without feeling deprived, and while still performing at your best. So let's dive into it. Why volume eating is an absolute game changer. So here's the thing. Most people think that weight loss has to mean tiny plates of boring food. You know, the whole 3 lettuce leaves with some sad chicken breast vibe. And honestly, that is why so many people give up. Because who wants to live their life feeling hungry, restricted, and left out when everyone else is enjoying themselves? And the truth is, our bodies respond so much better when we give them meals that actually feel satisfying. That's where volume eating comes in. Volume eating is simply choosing foods that are lower in calories but much bigger in portion size. It's about eating in a way that makes you feel full, nourished, and content while still being in a calorie deficit so you can drop fat. Think of it like this. 100 calories of chocolate is gone in 2 bites, and then you're left wanting more. But 100 calories of pumpkin, zucchini, or strawberries? That is a whole bowl, and your stomach feels so much more fuller, and your brain registers that satisfaction, and suddenly you're not constantly battling with that gnawing hunger. This is what I've done in my own weight loss journey, and it's exactly what I coach my clients through every single day. We don't starve, we don't cut out carbs, and we definitely don't sit there eating like rabbits. Instead, we fill our plates with high volume foods, we focus on protein, and we make smart swaps that let us indulge in the meals we love without going overboard. And that's when my clients drop fat and actually keep it off, because they're not miserable in the process. They're eating delicious, satisfying meals, they're enjoying their lifestyle, and they're learning how to lose fat in a way that doesn't make them dread every mealtime. This is why so many restrictive diets fail. They leave you hungry, tired, and constantly thinking about food. Volume eating takes that away. You get to eat more, feel full, and still see results. Let's talk about the actual foods that make volume eating work. Veggies, your best friend. Zucchini, cucumber, lettuce, mushrooms, broccoli. They bulk up any meal without adding too much calorie-wise. Lean proteins, chicken breast, fish, egg whites, Greek yogurt. They not only keep you full, but they protect your muscle mass while you're losing fat. Smart carbs. Pumpkin is going to be your bestie. Potatoes, rice, oats, high fiber fruits like apples and berries. And don't be afraid of carbs. They are what keep your energy steady. And then you can add fun fillers. Think like cognac noodles, egg white rice/noodles, sugar-free jelly, even air pop popcorn. These little swaps can make you feel full while you're eating way more for the same calories. So a quick example is that we've been making these delicious noodle bowls with egg white noodles and lean beef mince with an Asian sauce packed with mushrooms and leafy greens. Or a Greek yogurt bowl instead of ice cream. Still creamy, still sweet, but higher in protein and way more filling. Plus, I still get to add those little treats in that you love, like marshmallows, candy, chocolate, so you don't feel deprived. When I was on my own fat loss journey, and what I still do with my clients today, is it was never about cutting foods out. It was about choosing versions that gave me more volume for fewer calories. So it's same meals, just smarter choices. So here are some examples. Pasta. You can swap it for egg white noodles or higher protein pasta. You still get that pasta texture and satisfaction, but with way fewer calories or more protein to keep you full. Josh actually used egg white noodles for a lot of his prep. We could load the plate up with veggies and beef and it still felt like a proper big dinner. Wraps, to lower calorie wraps or thinner flatbreads. Instead of too heavy wraps, switching to lower calorie brands or thinner versions mean you can still make the same meal, just lighter, same vibe, but you don't burn through half your calories in the wrap itself. So instead of just cutting rice, mix half the portion of regular rice with egg white rice or cognac. You still get the same taste and rice feel, but double the volume for fewer calories. Instead of cutting dessert, just swap to a protein ice cream or a blend of frozen fruit with protein powder and yogurt. Still sweet, still creamy, still feels like dessert, but more filling and lighter overall. Swap your snacks for air-popped popcorn or rice cakes with toppings. Same crunch, same snack vibe, but a bowl full of popcorn or a couple of rice cakes with cottage cheese or peanut butter will fill you up way more than a handful of chips or biscuits. We are on our rice cake buzz recently, and before you knock it, you can make them taste so good. We always pair them with bananas and honey or have them as a bread alternative with our omelets. Now, I'm going to bring Josh back into this because honestly, watching him prep for his fight has been the best reminder that you don't have to suffer to lose weight. For his weigh-in, we had to hit a strict number on the scale on a specific date. And a lot of fighters will starve, sweat it out, and basically hate their life to get there. But we didn't do that. Instead, we focused on volume eating. We kept his protein high, filled his meals with lots of veggies, added smart carbs for energy, and used little hacks like cognac noodles, egg white rice, pumpkin, and popcorn when he wanted a big plate. He was eating full meals every day, feeling fueled for training, and still steadily dropping weight. And the best part? He wasn't miserable. He wasn't sitting there grumpy, dreaming about food. He was actually enjoying the process, and that is what made it sustainable. So this is how you can apply it to your goals. And here's the thing, you don't need to be an athlete cutting weight for a fight to use this. These are the same principles I use with my clients every single day. Women who are busy, social, juggling careers or kids, who want to feel good in their bodies without giving up the foods that they love. So if you're feeling stuck or you've tried diets that left you starving and moody, I want you to try this instead. Start small. You don't need to overhaul everything overnight. My challenge for you this week is just to pick one meal or snack and make it a little more high volume friendly. This might look like adding veggies into your dinner so your plate feels twice as full, swapping your chips for a big bowl of popcorn, or turning dessert into a high protein Greek yogurt bowl with chocolate and berries. It's nothing crazy, nothing restrictive, just smarter choices that make you feel more satisfied. And pay attention to how you feel afterwards. Notice that you're less snacky at night. If you're fuller for longer, you feel more energized. And that is the magic of volume eating. You get to eat more. You get to feel better and still be in a calorie deficit. Because weight loss should never feel like a punishment. It should feel like you are living your life, enjoying your food, and still moving towards your goals in a way that actually lasts. So if today's episode resonated with you, I'd love for you to share it with a friend who's always been on a diet and constantly starving. You never know who might need to hear this today. And if you want this kind of guidance personalized to your lifestyle, my coaching links are always in the show notes. And this is where I help women every single day learn how to eat more, lose fat, and actually enjoy the process. All right, babe, that is us for the week. I will see you in the next episode.